Hi, everybody. Welcome to our production of Convention by Chuck Gorden.
Just a reminder, tonight's performance is copyright Chuck Gorden. So if you're interested in reproducing this production in whole or in part, you'll need the written permission of the playwright, as well as our written permission, that's Drawing Cats. You can shoot us an email at
drawingcatsproductions@gmail.com. The email is in the description.
So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and turn things over to our stage manager and get this reading started. Hope everybody enjoys the show.
Have a great time, guys. Good luck. Thank you.
Convention, a play in one act by Chuck Gorden. Characters: Herb Walker, a conventioneer. Alex Davenport, a fellow conventioneer. Charlie, Herb's friend. The Maid / Bellman played by the same person. Time: mid-morning after a night of passion during the Republican convention. Setting: a posh hotel. At Rise, we hear the muted sounds of a busy posh hotel. Some music associated with certain politicians is playing in the background. The occasional set of raucous voices in the hallway interspaced with a maid's voice calling,
"Housekeeping! Housekeeping!"
In the center of the stage is a large, rumpled double bed, which Herb is lying on, naked under the sheets as the lights rise. It is a relatively posh hotel. There are the usual furnishings: pretentious artwork, a flat-screen TV on the wall tuned to Fox News playing, end table with telephone, etc. Stage right has a door that leads to the hotel hallway. Up right is a door leading to the bathroom, which is closed. The shower can be heard running in the bathroom. Stage left has a table and 2 chairs and a window with golden drapes, which looks out on the city below. Male and female clothing are strewn all over the floor of the room. Clearly, a passionate scene transpired the night before. The phone by the bedside rings, and Herb stirs slightly, but does not answer it. He is an attractive man in his early 40s with a hint of gray beginning to filter into his dark hair. The phone rings again. He lifts his head from the pillow and stares at the phone through half-open eyes. He reaches over and lifts the receiver from the hook.
Hello? What? Thanks.
Herb hangs up, then grabs a pack of cigarettes from the bed table and places one in his mouth, lighting it. Herb becomes aware of something underneath him. He reaches under the sheets and produces a pair of women's panties. He smiles, glancing towards the bathroom. Slowly, the smile disappears from his face and is replaced with horror.
Shit. What was her name?
Herb picks up the receiver and dials. A beat.
Charlie! Hey, it's Herb. How you doing? Me? Great! Did I get lucky? Boy, you better believe it. Yeah, she's still here. She's taking a shower. Oh yeah, incredible ass. Listen, Charlie. I I know this is gonna sound stupid, but you don't happen to remember her name, do you? No, I swear to God, I don't remember. Hell, I was so shit-faced, I'm lucky I remember my name. Wait a minute, wait. I think I remember. It was something cute, like Billy or Bobby or Sammy, something like that. Thanks. You're a big help, Charlie. Listen, are you going to that Pat Robertson luncheon later? Yeah. Well, on your way down, why don't you stop by my room and I'll introduce you to, if I can remember her name. Hey, maybe she'll do the both of us. Yeah. All right, Charlie. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hangs up, then notices a handbag on the table by the window. Wrapping the sheet around himself, he gets out of bed and looks at the name tag on the handbag's flap.
That's right.
Herb returns to the bed, picks up the remote and turns the TV off. Then he picks up the telephone and dials.
Hello? Room service? Yeah, this is room 411. Yeah, I'd like to order a pitcher of orange juice and a bottle of your best champagne. Yeah, that's right. Mimosa. Oh, and can I also get a single rose in a bud vase? Thanks very much.
Herb hangs up. The shower in the bathroom stops running. Herb lies on the bed, draping the sheet across himself, doing his best to strike an erotic pose. Suddenly, the door opens and Alex emerges. He is an attractive young man in his early 30s, wearing only a towel tied at his waist. The look on Herb's face instantly transforms from erotic anticipation to sheer terror as he grabs the sheet and covers himself.
Good morning, Tiger.
He goes to the bed and sits next to Herb, giving him a peck on the cheek.
How are you feeling?
Herb, horrified, jumps out of the bed, still clutching his sheet, and backs against the wall.
What's the matter, hun? You don't look so good.
Herb continues to stare at Alex in wide-eyed horror.
You had a lot to drink last night. Oh, you're not having the DTs, are you?
Who the hell are you?
Alex looks at him, puzzled for a moment. Then, understanding, he reaches under the bed, producing a fashionable, classy blonde wig, positions it on his head, and smiles sweetly. Herb's look transforms from horror to disgust.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Herb claps his hand over his mouth. Alex rushes over to usher him to the bathroom. Herb disappears into the bathroom. We hear him retching violently behind him.
I hate it when men can't handle his liquor. Oh. Hello, this is Mr. Davenport, room 714. Listen, is my dry cleaning done? Great. Could you have that delivered to room? No. Oh, shit, excuse me, just a second, please. What's the room number, sweetie?
Violently in the
bed. Skip it.
Alex goes to the front door, opening it, and examines the number on the door. At the same moment, the toilet flushes and Herb emerges from the bathroom. His eyes widen in horror as he sees Alex standing in the open doorway.
Oh, for Christ's sake, close the door!
Alex, while shutting the door and picking up the phone.
You're so forceful. So sorry about that. Room 411. That's right. Oh, thank you. You're a dear.
Who the hell was that?
Cleaners. I'm having my clothes delivered here.
No, you can't.
Why not?
You can't be here.
But I am here, sweetie.
You're a man.
And so are you.
Herb collapses in tears into a chair. Alex goes to him.
Wait a minute. Wait, you mean to tell me that you now just realized?
Herb wails in despair.
You really thought I was a woman?
Herb wails even louder. Alex moves to Herb, his back to the audience, and opens his towel, exposing his genitals to Herb.
What did you think this was?
Herb erupts with a cry of total despair. Alex fastening his towel at his waist.
Oh, honey, I am so sorry. But you have to believe me, it was never my intention to deceive, only to embellish. But surely at some point you must have realized.
Herb, still sobbing, shakes his head no.
Okay, don't get me wrong, sweets, I'm flattered. But if I were a woman, I think I'd have some definite complaints about your sense of aim. I guess this means you're straight.
Very.
Oh, the best ones always are.
Listen, we didn't, I was awfully drunk last night. Maybe I couldn't get it.
Oh, honey, don't delude yourself.
We actually...
Several times.
Oh,
I think we even had a few new positions.
oh my God.
Well, you certainly didn't have any objections last night. I mean, you were so passionately aggressive.
I didn't. I couldn't have. I didn't touch your
My what?
Herb points to Alex's crotch.
My penis. Well, there was a great deal of groping going on. I'm sure you must have. Oh, yes. Yes, you did. Very sweetly, might I add.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Didn't what?
You didn't,
Herb, feeling his own ass with both hands.
Put your, in my...
Don't worry, honey. Your cherry is still intact. I did all the receiving last night. You were the quarterback and I was your tight end, so to speak.
What about,
What?
Well, do you, are you healthy? Healthy?
I feel fine.
No, do you, could I have...
The word is AIDS, sugar. AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Is that the word you're looking for? No, sweetie, I don't have AIDS. At least I didn't have it at my last checkup, and neither do you. I hope. Certainly not from last night, anyway. I always bring protection, and you used up my whole supply. They were even fruit-flavored. Though, I've got to admit I was hardly in any position to appreciate that aspect. Still, I have known some people whose taste was all in their ass, if you know what I mean.
Listen, you have to get out of here.
I will, just as soon as my cleaning gets
No,
ready.
now!
Don't be silly. I don't have anything to wear.
Herb gathers up the women's clothing strewn all over the floor and thrusts it at Alex.
Honey, this is evening wear. The daylight doesn't really favor me in this.
I'll say.
There is no need to get nasty. By dawn's early light, you're not exactly Matthew McConaughey yourself.
There is a knock at the door. Herb freezes, staring at the door. Alex looks at him and then shrugs.
Get it?
No, don't!
Why not?
Don't be stupid.
Don't be insulting.
Maybe they'll go away.
There is another, louder knock on the door.
Evidently not.
Alex starts toward the door again. Herb rushes to him, grabbing Alex from behind. Herb's sheets falls to the floor.
Will you stop? It's probably my cleaning.
A key is heard, turning in the lock of the door. The door swings open and in walks an attractive young maid.
Housekeeping.
She freezes in her tracks as the maid sees Herb naked behind Alex, restraining him, and Herb and Alex, noticing her stare, also freeze a moment.
I'll come back later.
She turns and exits, closing the door behind her. Realizing how things appear, Herb immediately releases Alex, who turns and looks at him, smiling as he eyes Herb's naked form. Herb, realizing he is naked, quickly grabs the sheet from the floor and wraps it around himself.
Are you sure you're straight?
Positive.
Maybe you just haven't come out of the closet yet.
I'm not coming out of any closet. I am perfectly content in this one.
Maybe you just need to discover your true self.
No, I don't need to discover my true self. I am perfectly content with my fake self.
Give into the dark side of the Force, Luke.
Stop it!
Herb trips and falls backward onto the bed. Alex, standing above him, smiles.
You tease.
Suddenly, there is another knock at the door. Herb quickly jumps off the bed and rushes into the bathroom. Alex opens the door to a young bellman with a cart bearing a bottle of champagne in a bucket, a pitcher of orange juice, 2 glasses, and a small bud vase with a single red rose in it.
Mimosa! Oh, how heavenly! Bring it in.
The bellman wheels the cart into the room. Alex goes to the bathroom door.
You romantic sweetie, you.
The bellman uncorks the champagne bottle, then patiently stands beside the cart. Alex looks at her blankly for a moment, then realizes.
Oh, of course, how stupid of me. Sweetheart!
Stop calling me that!
Oh, he's so bashful. Honey, this nice young woman is waiting for a gratuity.
I heard you.
Well, I don't have any cash on me.
my wallet's in my pant pocket.
Alex sees Herb's pants on the floor, reaches in the hip pocket, and removes a wallet. He pulls out a couple of bills and then hands them to the bellman, who is struggling desperately to contain her laughter.
Thanks ever so.
The bellman makes her way to the door and exits, closing the door behind her. As the door closes, we hear her roar with laughter. Alex looks after the bellman, shrugs, then moves to the cart and begins pouring himself a mimosa. The bathroom door opens and Herb cautiously emerges, having wrapped the sheet around himself like a toga. Alex turns and sees him.
Come to me, Caesar. I'll be your Cleopatra.
Alex takes the rose from the bud vase, holds it in his teeth, and sprawls across the bed.
Oh, Jesus, I'm ruined.
I think that's supposed to be my line.
Listen, I probably shouldn't tell you this.
Oh, true confessions. I love it.
I'm not just anybody.
You're telling me.
No, I'm somebody.
So am I.
No, I mean, somebody important.
So am I.
I'm a Republican delegate.
So am I.
You.
Well, what did you think? I was just some convention groupie? Oh, cheer up, sugar. At least we found out we have something in common.
You're a Republican.
What else?
But you're... I mean, you're...
I'm what? Charming, vivacious, alluring...
No, you're
What? What? I swear to God, having a conversation with you was like playing Botticelli. Spit it out. What am
You're
I?
a fucking queer!
Oh, that. Well, yes. Yes, I am. But I'm not militant about it, for God's sake. I must admit, your choice of phrasing isn't very tactful. There is a wide assortment of euphemisms you could choose from. You're not very diplomatic for a delegate. What state are you from?
Kansas.
That explains it. The land of Eisenhower and Doyle, big on grassroots appeal, but a bit short on eloquence.
Oh, and you must be part of the moderate wing of the party.
Oh, not in the least. In fact, you couldn't be farther from the truth. There's more arch in my conservatism than there is in my high heels. Why, I used to be a big Bannon supporter.
Steve Bannon. But he is openly, brutally critical of your lifestyle.
That's just a smokescreen, sugar.
You're not trying to tell me that Steve Bannon is a fairy.
To tell the truth, I haven't had a chance to find out. I certainly hope so. Have you noticed when he gives a speech and he says something particularly witty, the way the creases of his mouth turn up just ever so slightly? Have you noticed that?
No, I can't say that I have.
No? Well, regardless, the man is a genius. After all, he helped get Trump elected. That in and of itself is a testament to his brilliance. I mean, but I can just as easily support the president. He's not as charismatic, but he reminds me of an old friend, actually. Yeah, an old queen who helped me through a night of debauchery on a huge yacht off the Florida coast during the 2012 election or convention. Oh, here's the deal. When the GOP speaks out against homosexuals, it's merely something to catch people's attention, get them fired up. And how many people do you know that get actually emotional over the national deficit? But morality, that hits people where they think they live. Divide and conquer. It's an old strategy, but it works like a charm. Find a boogeyman for people to crucify for all that's wrong with the world to get them focused on hate and fear. They're the two most powerful political weapons since the beginning of time. Hate and fear have elected more presidents than any political reform or social program that I can think of.
But I just don't understand how a person like you can support a person like that. I mean, it just seems hypocritical.
Oh my, you are naive, aren't you?
Alex touches Herb tenderly on the cheek. Herb recoils from the touch.
Oh, Toto, you're not in Kansas anymore. Hypocrisy is such a relative term. Oh, for example, was that a wedding ring I saw in the bathroom sink?
Oh my God, my wife. If she found out about this, I mean, another woman is one thing, but this...
Oh, relax, honey. I'm not one to kiss and tell. I'm just making a point. Now, as I recall, you weren't wearing that ring last night, were you?
Well, no.
Did you mention anything about being married?
I don't remember, honestly.
Trust me, you didn't. And if I hadn't brought it up, you probably never would have. Do you have any kids?
I don't see what that has to do with it.
You have two, a boy and a girl. I saw their photos in your wallet when I tipped the bellman. Cute little boy.
You leave my children out of this.
You support the party platform.
What?
The party platform. Do you support it?
Of course I do.
All of it?
Yes!
Including the family values issues? Gotcha!
Oh, and I suppose you support family values.
Of course I do. I love my mother and my father. And my wife. Oh, yes, I'm married. Lovely girl. Her father's a Baptist minister. Unfortunately, all those years of hearing Daddy wail against the sins of the flesh have left her a bit frigid. So, you see, we're perfect for each other. I need a wife for political reasons, and she needs a husband who isn't interested in fucking her.
Does she know that you're...
Of course she does. Oh, as a matter of fact, I give her a blow-by-blow account, so to speak, of all my encounters, and she lies there in bed, sweatily drinking in every lusty detail. It's her, like, substitute, you see? What's your wife's name?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Kansas. Oh, how perfect. Are you going to tell little Dorothy about our night of passion?
Of course not.
You really should, Herb. It might pump some new life into what is obviously a troubled relationship. I mean, honesty really is the best policy when it comes to...
I cannot believe this, that I am being lectured by a raving queen.
Sounds to me like you're the one doing the raving, sweetie.
Stop calling me that! Listen, I have heard enough of this shit. Don't come at me with any of your queer, liberal, double talk anymore. It's filth like you that our party is fighting to get rid of. I will not listen to you make a mockery of this party and the honest, upstanding individuals, these normal Americans who are trying to make a better place for this country, for decent, patriotic Christian. I have a wife and kids. Okay, so last night, I got a little drunk. Okay, I got real drunk and I made a mistake. A big mistake, which, believe me, I regret, but I am not one of you.
You're not a Republican?
You know what I mean.
No, I'm afraid I don't, because that's what I am. A Republican, just like you.
Not just like me.
What's different about us?
Well, I don't fuck men for one thing.
You don't?
Well, not usually.
Come on, face it, there's no difference.
I have beliefs, goddammit!
So do I.
I'm against abortion.
Ever pick at a clinic? I have.
I'm against gun control.
I'm a lifetime member of the NRA. I just got my custom golden ring of freedom blazer. I bought it for that little get-together on the last day of the convention. You should come. I'll introduce you to Sarah Palin. Oh, she's quite droll after a couple of the drinky-winkies.
I'm a Christian.
I'm a deacon.
Well, I believe what we did last night was unnatural.
Of course it was. That's why it was so much fun.
I didn't have any fun.
Okay, well, maybe you didn't, but he did.
Oh, fuck you.
You already did.
Why can't you be a Democrat like you're supposed to be?
Because I like being a winner. That's why. Tell me, Herb, who are the special interest groups of the Democratic Party? Women, environmentalists, LGBTQ, the homeless, the unemployed, the disenfranchised, the blue-collar workers, losers. Who are the special interest groups of the GOP? The banking industry, Wall Street, NRA, Fortune 500 companies. The Dems whine because they're poor and powerless. They want us to pay for their misfortune. They're like some band of half-assed Robin Hoods selling this idea that poverty is something you can eliminate. They don't understand that there will always be haves and have-nots. The Declaration says that all men are created equal. It doesn't say that they die that way. Tell me something, Herb. Are you comfortable? I don't mean right now. I mean with your life. Do you live in a nice house, have enough to eat, and drive a nice car, send your kids to college? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, so am I. Why would I want to change that? That's what it's about.
That's not what it's all about. Okay, I mean, maybe that's part of it, but that's not the whole thing. There's a lot more to it. A hell of a lot more.
Like what?
Like, morality, for one thing. Like, law and order, world peace, making this country a better place for our children. For my children to live in. It's about values and beliefs.
Herb, you're so emotional. You have to quit confusing beliefs with issues.
Like, there's a difference.
Knowing that there's a difference is what separates the sheep from the shepherds.
Suddenly, there is a knock at the door.
Oh, that's probably my cleaning.
Alex starts towards the door. Herb stops him.
Who is it?
It's me, Charlie. Open up, Romeo.
Oh, holy shit. It's Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
He's a neighbor, a friend, a fellow delegate.
Is he cute?
Oh, will you stop that? What am I going to do?
Let him in.
Charlie knocking on the door again.
Come on, open up.
Just a minute, Charlie.
Herb hurriedly begins gathering up the woman's clothing on the floor. Alex watches him, amused.
Don't just stand there. Help.
You seem to be doing fine on your own.
Go to the bathroom.
I don't have to.
Please.
All right.
Alex exits into the bathroom. Herb tosses the woman's clothing into the closet, closing it, then starts towards the door, then turns back to Alex.
Close the door.
Alex does so while Herb opens the front door for Charlie, a middle-aged man wearing a loud yellow plaid sports coat with a red handkerchief in the pocket. His tie is printed with huge shafts of wheat visible from the balcony. He also is sporting a red ball cap with Make America Great Again plastered across it, with a dozen political buttons already pinned on it and tightly creased dress slacks.
Where is she?
Who?
Who? Now, don't shit me. I know she's here.
No. You missed her. She left like 20 minutes ago.
God damn it. This is the story of my life. Always a day late and $1 short.
Yeah, well, we better get a move on, Charlie.
And no hurry. Robertson isn't even scheduled to show up for another half hour. I just came by early because I thought I could maybe get a little sneak peek at your little chippy.
Well, she's gone. Charlie, we better go if we want to get a good seat.
What's the hurry? Personally, I'm a little sick of all them holier than thou, praise Jesus types. I mean, I know we need their vote, but shit, I don't want to hang out with them. They're always quoting the Bible and shit, and like, what the hell of fun is that? Like, oh well, the Democrats, they have Al Sharpton and we have Pat Robinson. I guess we all have our crosses to bear, so to speak. You get it? Crosses to bear.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Charlie noticing the pair of panties on the bed.
Oh, what do we have here? She left these behind?
Yeah, I guess she must have forgotten them. Oh,
Oh, looks like
Charlie.
a souvenir to me.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Man, I just love the smell of pussy. Tell me, what was she like?
Was she, there's nothing really to tell.
Oh, come on.
She was very, nice, you know.
No, God damn it. What was she like?
What do you mean?
Like pink or brown?
What?
Her nipples? Pink or brown?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Charlie, I'd really rather not talk about it.
Okay. I'm just curious is all. I guess you're kind of like an old hand at this kind of thing. Not me. Not once. Ever. And not that I haven't tried, you understand, a whole lot of classy looking broads. They come into my dealership. And let me tell you, I just never seem to look out. Can you believe it?
Herb looks at the vision of Charlie sitting on the bed wearing his ridiculous suit.
Go
I
figure.
tried to pick up a hooker once, back home. Turned out to be an undercover cop. I made her a deal on a new Jeep Cherokee, and she let me go with a warning. Jesus. If my wife ever caught wind of it...
Listen, Charlie, I really think we need to get going.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. I just need to take a leak.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Well, it's a real mess in there.
So?
No, you don't understand. I mean, a real mess.
You son of a bitch. You did her in the bathroom, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Let me see.
No, you
She's
can't.
heading to the bathroom, but Herb continues to block his path.
I mean, yeah. I did her in the bathroom. But that's not the mess that I'm talking about, Charlie. It's the toilet. The toilet. It's all backed up, and there's water all over the floor.
Hell, I don't care. I gotta piss like a racehorse.
Charlie, you can't flush. I mean, it's awful.
So? Piss in the sink. I do it all the time at home.
You do.
Look, if you don't get out of my way, I'm gonna piss all over you.
Charlie struggles to get past Herb, but Herb continues to block his path.
Charlie?
Suddenly, the bathroom door opens and Alex is standing in the doorway, looking at the two men with a smile. Charlie ceases to struggle when he sees Alex, who now betrays no femininity whatsoever.
Is this dance taken?
Charlie, dumbfounded, looks at Alex, then at Herb.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh, yeah, Herb. Just what the hell is going on here?
Herb looks at Alex, then at Charlie.
Charlie,
Yeah?
you're my friend. My best friend, right?
Yeah?
My best friend in the whole world, right?
Sure.
Kill me.
What?
Pick me up and throw me through the fucking window right now, Charlie. Please, I'm begging you, please.
What the hell are you talking about?
Charlie. Wait. You're Charlie?
Yes, I'm Charlie.
Oh, the bitch. Herb, why did you tell me?
In a daze, Herb shrugs and moves to the table near the window and sits, gazing out like a doomed man.
Herb's told me so much about you. I feel like I know you.
Yeah? Wait, who are you?
Oh, Jesus. How rude of me. Alex Davenport. It's a pleasure to actually meet you.
Yeah, same here. What I mean is, what are you doing here? What the hell's going on?
Do you want to tell him, or should I?
I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can and will be used against me.
Oh, come on, Herb. This is your old pal, Charlie. We can tell him.
Yeah, tell me what.
I guess old Herb's feeling a little guilty.
More than a little?
Guilty about what?
About leaving you out. You see, last night, I happened to be getting in the elevator at the same time as Herb and a certain young lady. You should have seen them, Charlie. I mean, she was practically doing him right there in the elevator.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she was all over him. Well, naturally, I was just trying to be inconspicuous. Then, all of a sudden, she grabs me by the cock.
No.
Yes, and she asks me how I'd feel about joining them.
You're shitting me.
I wouldn't shit you, Charlie. You're my favorite turd.
They both laugh like a couple of good old boys. Herb looks at both of them in amazement, then turns his focus out the window.
Oh, well, anyway, I've got to admit, nothing that fucking weird has ever happened to me before. It really kind of threw me. I mean, if you had asked me just 2 days ago if I was ever to do something that wild, I would have said, ain't no damn way.
Yeah.
She kept on Frenching Herb and tugging on my cock, and before I knew it, here I was, me on one hand, Herb on the other, and her in the middle.
No.
Yes, and then we'd switch.
Oh, stop it. You're killing me.
On and on like that all night.
You son of a bitch. Why didn't you call me?
Oh, he wanted to, Charlie, but she wouldn't hear of it. She said 2 was her limit.
Just my luck. Now she's gone. For probably forever.
Wait, Herb, did you tell Charlie that she left? You dog, you!
Yeah, you mean she's still here?
Charlie glances around the room, looks under the bed, then looks at Alex.
Well, where the hell is she?
Alex laughs loudly and slaps Herb on the back, then gestures toward the closet.
Well, what the hell is she doing in there?
Alex looks at Herb. Charlie looks at Herb. Herb looks at them both, an actor who doesn't know his next line.
Meditating.
always kidding. No. You see, when I went out to take a shower this morning, old Herb started getting a little kinky when I was out of the room.
What'd he do?
He tried to go driving up that old dirt road. You know what I mean?
You didn't.
He did. Anyway, turns out that was the one thing she wouldn't do. She got all embarrassed and ran right into the closet. She's been there ever since.
Charlie stares at the closet door, virtually drooling.
Get her out of there. I mean, it's not natural. Staying in the closet like that.
That's exactly what I was just telling Herb.
Herb glares at Alex. Charlie starts toward the closet door.
No!
Charlie stops, looking back at Herb, puzzled.
Maybe Herb's right. Maybe it's just best for her to come out of the closet when she's ready.
Charlie looks disappointed. Alex puts his arm around Charlie's shoulder.
Hey. Yeah, tell you what I'll do. You give me your room key, and I'll pass it on to her. That way, if she's interested, you'll have a nice surprise waiting for you when you get back at the end of the day.
You really think she'd be interested?
Absolutely.
Charlie fishes in his pocket, removing a room key, which he hands to Alex.
You're a real pal.
Hey, any friend of Herb's is a friend of mine.
Suddenly, there is a knock at the door. Herb, frozen, looks at the door in apprehension.
You want to get that, Herb, old buddy?
Sure. Why not?
Alex goes to the door and opens it, revealing the Bellman, standing in the hallway holding a suit wrapped in plastic.
Oh, finally, my cleaning. Yeah, some suit got a little messy last night.
I bet.
Charlie looks at the Bellman puzzled, and the Bellman struggles to contain her laughter. Alex, taking the cleaning from the Bellman.
Thanks. Oh, Herb, do you have a couple bucks?
Oh, No. Here, let me. It's the least I can do.
Oh, why, thanks, Charlie.
Charlie hands the bellman a couple of dollars. The bellman looks at Charlie in his ridiculous getup, then at Herb, then at Alex. Again, she struggles to suppress her laughter.
Thanks.
Charlie closes the door. A beat. The bellman is heard laughing hysterically in the hall. Charlie looks at Alex.
Oh God, not again.
Charlie simply shrugs.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got a busy day ahead.
Alex heads toward the bathroom with his cleaning.
Say, you're not the Alex Davenport, are you?
You found me out.
Well, let me just say it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Ah, same here.
He exits into the bathroom, closing the door behind him.
Oh, you really stumbled into it, didn't you?
I sure did.
Not only did you get laid, but you met Alex Davenport, and some guys have all the luck.
What are you talking about?
That guy's one of the most influential political strategists in the party today. He helped draft the party platform. I mean, you don't mean to tell me you don't know that? Jesus, Herb, where have you been? There was a whole big write-up on him in the Federalist Society website just last month. He's the hot new blood whispering into Eugene B. Meyer's ear during golf games. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a hand in the Kavanaugh appointment. And the man plays golf with Jim Baker. For Christ's sakes, I can't tell you how it makes me feel just being in the same room with that guy.
Same here.
What a guy. Can you believe he's going to give her my room key? I tell you, I've met a lot of important people down here, but he's one I'd like to get to know a lot better.
Somehow, I think you will.
The toilet is heard flushing, and Alex emerges from the bathroom, fully dressed in a smartly tailored suit.
I feel like a new man.
You look like one too.
Oh, so are you boys going to the Pat Robertson luncheon?
Yeah, we sure are. Wouldn't miss it.
Well, why don't you join me at the head table?
Really?
Sure, I'd love to have you as my guests.
Oh, we'd love to, wouldn't we, Herb?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't feel so good. I think I'll pass.
Are you out of your mind?
Oh, suit yourself. Charlie, care to join me?
You bet.
Hope you feel better, Herb.
Thanks.
I can stop by in and check on you later if you want.
No. That won't be necessary. I think I just need some time to myself.
Sure, Herb.
He looks at Charlie, winks, and gestures to the closet. Charlie looks at the closet, and then it dawns on him. He laughs and makes a knowing gesture to Herb.
All right. You want to be alone? Sure.
Come on, Charlie. We better leave Herb alone.
Right.
They start moving toward the door and out.
Say, do you play golf, Charlie?
Are you kidding? I'm a golf nut. I live on the country club back home.
Well, maybe we could play sometime. Oh, I hear they have some nice courses here.
Hey, I'd love to shoot a few holes with you.
Charlie exits. Alex turns towards the door in the doorway, shoots a wink to Herb, then exits. Herb sits, staring blankly out the window for a moment, then goes to the bed, picks up the phone, and dials. A beat.
Hello, Dorothy? Yeah, it's me. How's everything? How are the kids? Me? I'm fine. No, fine. Nothing's wrong. I just wanted to see how things were back there and check in and yeah, I'm a little homesick, I guess. Look, I just wanted. I mean, I love you, you know? No, everything is fine. No, I'm not hiding anything. You always think that I'm hiding something. Why can't I just genuinely express my emotions every once in a while? I'll be home Friday. Give the kids my love. Bye.
Herb hangs up the phone and sits, staring at it for a moment. Suddenly, there is a knock at the door. Herb rises and goes to the door, opening it. Alex breezes past him into the room.
Oh, please, I can't take any more of this.
It's Charlie in the elevator. I told him I'd catch up with him in a few minutes.
Moving towards the closet, opening it, and gathering up the clothes on the floor.
Relax. I just came back for my things.
Oh. Look, I really wanted to thank you.
Beg pardon?
The way you covered for me, with Charlie, I mean, you didn't have to do that.
I didn't?
No, I mean, you could have told him what really happened, and then I'd be, fucked completely. And also, you made me think about some things, perceptions that I have about people, things. I guess I've had some pretty bigoted ideas, and then the way that you acted with Charlie, I realized that you're a person, and what I am trying to say is that despite the fact that I don't necessarily agree with your lifestyle, basically, you're an okay guy.
Herb stands and offers Alex his hand in friendship. Alex beams. He meets Herb center and sincerely shakes his hand. The two men smile warmly at each other. Then, suddenly, with one swift motion, Alex pulls Herb into an embrace and kisses him passionately on the mouth, then releases him. Herb backs away in repulsion and surprise.
That was a beautiful speech, Herb.
You son of a bitch!
Jesus, you started sounding like some fucking liberal.
What the hell are you talking about?
You flatter yourself that I made up that ridiculous story last night to cover your ass. I mean, who are you, Herb? Nobody. A pissant from nowhere, Kansas. A mere delegate. I have a position in this party. I'm somebody. If I were a Democrat, a wild sex life would be an asset, probably a requirement. Do you really think I want to read about my little adventures in the morning newspaper? Why do you think I'm only attracted to straight men? Because they're 10 times more concerned about discretion than even I am. I mean, you're not likely to run out and make a full confession now, are you?
But Charlie, I mean, the whole act you put on for him.
That act happens to be an everyday demeanor. You don't get as far as I have in this party by discussing hemlines and shades of eyebrow with Mike Pompeo.
Jesus. You almost make me want to become a Democrat.
Oh, Herb, honey. It's the same ballgame over there, just a different uniform. That's all. You really think Clinton doesn't have somebody like me work her?
You cheap bastard son of a whore.
Cheap? Never. Whore? I prefer politician.
Alex moves to the door, stops short, and reaches into his pocket, fishing out Charlie's room key.
Say, if you're not doing anything later, why don't you stop by room 824? I got a feeling there will be a hell of a party going on. Besides, all that talk about three-ways has gotten me hot.
Alex opens the door and starts to exit, stopping on the threshold.
I guess you did lose your cherry last night out.
Alex blows a kiss to Herb, then exits. Herb sits on the bed, staring blankly at the floor.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Curtain.
Everybody, you did such a good job.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you all folks at home for tuning in.
Yes, if you're watching now or in the future, thank you so much for dedicating your hour to this piece of theater.
And now at this point in time, what we'd like to do is bring our cast and our readers back one at a time, and we'll have them introduce themselves. And we have interesting
Rebecca
questions.
here.
Go ahead.
Yes, Rebecca, hi. If you can tell us your name, your pronouns, where you're based out of, and can you tell us briefly who your favorite character from The Wizard of Oz is and why?
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Rebecca Darling, and I am she, her, hers. And I am based in New York, Brooklyn. And my favorite character from The Wizard of Oz would have to be... Ooh, that's so hard. That's such a hard question. I would have to say the Scarecrow.
Yeah,
all of those characters, they conquered their fears and did something they weren't comfortable doing and made them happy.
I love that. Okay, I'm gonna bring Kenny on. Kenny Doyle.
Hello.
Hi, Kenny.
Hey, so I'm Kenny. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am based out of New York City, and my favorite character from The Wizard of Oz is Flying Monkey #1.
Not any of the other ones, just number one.
Number one.
You actually surprised me with that answer, and I give you props.
I mean, I had a little time to think about it because I got to hear the question, but
But not that much time.
What is it about Flying Monkey #1 that appeals to you?
Well, it's rooted in this terrible memory I have from a family reunion from years ago where my cousins and I did a little talent show, and we did a Loathing from Wicked, and I said to my cousin, wouldn't it be great if we put flying monkeys in this? So I just ran around looking like a monkey, and I've always identified that way.
As one does. Yeah, okay.
That's a really great answer. Thank you, Kenny. I love that. Okay, Patrick, come on, join us. Come on down.
Hello, I'm Patrick. He, him, his. I just graduated from Marymount with a BFA in musical theater. I'm living in Pennsylvania right now because of the crisis going on, but we make the best of what we got. My favorite character is probably the Cowardly Lion. Obviously, that's who I'd play. So.
I love that.
Solid choice.
Adorable. Yes. Let's ask Sara. Sara, come on down. Sara Square here today.
Hello, I am Sara McCarthy, she, her, hers. I'm still in school, so I'm currently based out of Scranton, Pennsylvania, for Marywood. And my favorite character has to be Toto, because if you know me, I love everything dogs, and if I see a dog, I can't shut up about a dog. So.
I love that answer as well. Toto, we love Toto. Toto's the best. All right, last but not least, Travis.
Hey,
wow, quick change, costume change.
It's only so long I can, wear very thin hot jacket, small hot jacket. My name's Travis Relyea. I'm here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My favorite wizard, him, as my pronouns are male. My favorite Wizard of Oz character's got to be the Wicked Witch of the West. You gotta love her. She runs every scene she's in. She takes control. She fucks up at the end, messes up. But
we have young
She's
viewers.
She's great.
I mean, it is
iconic.
I love that. Wicked Witch, same.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is the Wicked Witch your favorite character, sweetheart?
I played her. It's kind of the highlight of my life. Not gonna lie. What about you?
Me, my favorite character, Wizard of Oz. Oh,
I don't think he was expecting an answer. He knew the question.
I wasn't. I mean, I think Dorothy's kind of the only one who's not completely awful at some point or another. But either Dorothy or the Wizard. The Wizard is awful.
I was gonna say
the Wizard
if
is.
that's
He's terrible. But like I like him. I like him in spite of and sometimes because of his flaws. Like, dude's got a blimp. Blimps are cool.
Blimps are cool. There you have it. Do any of you have anything you'd like to say about the show, about the process?
Thank everybody for watching. Thank you all for coming out to your living rooms and watching the show. We appreciate it. And I'm sure there are going to be more productions in the future. Please save this link, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. Please watch the things in the future. And the 2 shows that they've done in the past, they're a fantastic, a talented group. Please enjoy them and let everybody know. Thank you.
Wow, Travis.
And we didn't even pay him to say that.
I was gonna say, yeah, wow. We love that.
I mean, the check's in the mail, buddy. Don't worry. But if you'd like to get in touch with any of our actors to use them in any projects that you might have, please feel free. Drop us an email link. We'll put you in touch as long as you're not like creepy or weird or anything.
And if you would like to make a charitable donation to our actors, they worked really hard to put this on. You can email us at drawingcatsproductions@gmail.com, and we will make sure your donation gets split evenly amongst our actors tonight. Also, if you want to join us, if you want to work with us, you have a play, you want to perform, we are looking for so much diverse material. We're looking for actors of all genders, ages, races. Contact us. We want to meet you. We want to work with you. And
on that note, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you week after next with our production.
We're producing 2 shows on July 12th. The first is First Date on the Brain by Claudia Emanuel, followed by That Word by Michelle Prevet. So tune in on July 12th, or oh my gosh, I'm saying June 12th, June. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right. So we're